Well, hello everyone. It's Angela with Mystic Moon, bringing you guys your Divine Masculine weekly forecast. So we're going to take a deep look into your connection with your masculine, who you may be in a separation or a challenge with, but just take what resonates for you, you guys, and get rid of anything that doesn't. So we're going to be taking a look at a few different things here. We're going to look at the overall energy of the connection this week. We're going to look at their thoughts and their feelings towards you when it comes to their mind, their heart, their 3D reality and soul energy space. And then we're going to see, what are they so afraid of at this moment? What is holding them back? What is challenging them the most at this time? And then we're going to go ahead and go into the bonus extended reading, which I will put that link down below, where you guys can go even deeper. We're going to see, what do they secretly desire with you in this connection at this time, as in what are their late night thoughts about you? What is the hidden meaning behind your love story? Okay. Confessions from their heart to yours, plus some timing and letters that might bring forth specific messages for the viewer. Okay, you guys. So today's Organite is called Goddess Lilith Snake, created by Michelle from Wing & Bell. And all the decks I'm going to be using here down below, some are from myself and others are from different creators. So everything will be listed down below. Let's go ahead and get started, you guys. The very first thing that we're going to focus on is, what is the overall energy of this connection this week, okay? What is the overall energy? Let's look at this. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and go into a combination of cards by Fire Witch Tarot. What is the overall energy here this week when it comes to your connection with your divine masculine? I am doing this from the feminine's perspective, since the majority of my viewers are feminine. So obviously, if it's different, just take that as it resonates. Okay, so I'm going to actually move the snake right here. Gives us some more room. Okay. What is the energy, the overall energy of the connection this week? Let's look at this. All right, let's see. Okay, we have Black Rose, stop the bleeding. So there could be a situation right now where you guys both feel like this, like your heart is bleeding, or maybe there's been a lot of pain associated to the connection. It's kind of like, how much more can we bleed out, right? So let's go ahead and get a tarot card with this. So we're going to go into my Mystics Midnight Tarot and just see what we need to know here about that. What is the energy that we need to know about this? Stop the bleeding. Let's look. Why are we bleeding here? What's happening? Ooh, okay. Well, we have the Ace of Demons, which is the Ace of Swords. It says breakthrough. Obviously, you can see there is a knife, so that knife would create some sort of cut, which would then create a bleeding energy. So I feel like there has been something that has taken place, obviously, in the connection that is causing someone to bleed. But the thing is, not literally, by the way, but what the energy is telling me is that with the breakthrough, there's an aha moment. There's an understanding when it comes to the pain that's associated with this connection. You and your person, especially if you are going through that challenge or separation, it's like through this pain, there's some sort of understanding. There's some deeper, just like a deeper understanding about what is going on. It's like we're getting a breakthrough when it comes to how we truly feel about someone. Because sometimes with pain, it is a great revealer of the truth. And that is what I am getting here for the overall energy for your connection. So you guys have definitely hit some snags. You've had some hurts here. But through all this is coming this understanding, aha, epiphany, even maybe a spiritual awakening from this process. So there's something significant going on here. So let's go ahead and get another card. Okay, we have My Cup Runneth Over. So it's not all swords here. There is a cup here as well. So to me, this is immediately telling us the energy this week is a mixture of how we feel and also how we think. So maybe a battle of the head versus the heart energy this week. But my cup is running over still. Even though there is bleeding here, even though there is pain here, I still love this person and this person still loves you. So there's still love here. There's still a cup that's running over. Yeah, the Two of Cups, Two of Blood. So I think that that's interesting that we have this. It's like, what is filled up here? And of course, this is just the theme of the cards, but we have this vampire. What's going into the cup is blood, right? So it says companionship. So the Two of Cups means that there are people that both people are holding cups here that are running over for each other. There is still love in this situation. So I feel like that is the overall message here this week. If somebody felt like maybe someone does not love them anymore or does not care for them anymore, that's not the case. There is some sort of an understanding or some sort of a breakthrough. I do see the aces, though, as offers. They are offers, but it's mostly an offer from spirit, from the divine. Not in this deck here of mine, but in your traditional Rider-Waite tarot, it does show you an image of a hand coming from the sky. So that would be an indication of things that are coming from, however you want to see it, above the universe, etc. So that means that there is a divine intervention in this situation as well. Spirit is assisting both parties here with some sort of a breakthrough or understanding, seeing things in a whole new light, kind of taking that pain and looking to it and seeing the silver lining in it. So that's happening this week for both parties involved. It's not just one. Both people are seeing something in a whole new way. So that's awesome. All right, let's see what else we need to know here. We have fading away. I like this because to me, it's like the pain is starting to fade away and it's being replaced with clear thinking, So maybe we've been caught up in our ego or our thoughts or something like that for a long time, like overthinking this, but now that's fading away. Fear is fading away. Maybe the shadow is fading away. Maybe that breakthrough is coming through and getting rid or chasing away those demons. Those demons are fading away. That's the message I'm getting this week. So because the demons are fading away, people are coming out of their ego. They're coming out of their fear. They're no longer letting those things run the show. Because obviously when we let fear run the show or the ego run the show, we really lose out on a lot of living and experiencing, okay? We have death. I love this. This is Scorpio's energy. Death and transformation. We're laying to rest the demons. That's literally what this week's energy is about. We're laying to rest the demons. We're laying to rest the fears. We're laying to rest the pain. And instead, we're focusing on the love and the healing and perhaps the higher vibrations of this connection. Okay, it doesn't mean that there aren't things that are happening or that there aren't things that did happen here, but we're willing to transition from that pain to a place of like transmutation, like we're transmuting the energy, we're not willing to be in a state of blame or even hate anymore. Because we realize that, yes, it might have served a purpose, but it doesn't certainly create peace in the body. So some of you guys might be forgiving this person. Maybe this person is forgiving you or themselves for some past actions or pain here. But whatever it is or whatever is happening here is creating some sort of breakthrough in this connection. I feel like there is something that is happening here to transform it for the better. That's what I'm seeing here today. Okay, they're not purposely trying to hurt you. So what we're understanding is that what people have done have not been to really hurt us, even though it feels that way. And that can be really difficult to wrap your head around. If somebody lies to you or they deceive you, you take that personally, like this person did this to me. But it's like we're being guided through spirit, through that breakthrough, through that understanding that people aren't doing anything really to you. Like if you can really wrap your head around it, they're doing it to themselves. They don't love themselves. They're deceiving themselves. So of course that in turn hurts other people, but hurt people hurt people. So it's about getting deep and going within and figuring out those layers as to why we are acting the way that we're acting. People blame people all the time for their problems and their feelings. But when we really go deep within, we realize that we actually are responsible for our reactions and how we're willing to live with that reality, right? We take that accountability and responsibility. And I'm not trying to take away or downplay any abuse or anything like that. But I feel like when it comes to really healing, it does have to start within. We don't always have that opportunity to work with someone during that healing process. We don't always get the words that we'd like to get, which is, I am sorry, and I'm taking responsibility for hurting you. We don't always get that. So I feel like there is this understanding that we're willing to kind of like lay the swords and the knives and all the pain to rest, because we realize that this person, or, even ourselves, we didn't purposely do this to hurt or deceive, but we did do it. And there is pain here, but we can try to see it from a higher perspective. And that's really going to help all of this pain and agony fade away, right? And it says fade away. It doesn't mean it's going to go away. Energy is always there, but it's like an alchemist using the different elements and creating something. It's not going to ever just not be there or go away. Energy doesn't die. But what we can do is we can transmutate that energy. And that's what that message is here. Oops, sorry guys. Got some cards that fell out over here. All right, what else? We have the Empress. This is beautiful. So I did a reading earlier today over on TikTok and Instagram, and it was definitely on a person, and this might not be related to this, but if it is, that hurt us, and what they're kind of understanding through that pain. The message that came up over there was this Empress, which can be connected to the divine feminine. It's also connected to the sign of Libra and Taurus, okay, because it's Venus. But this is about a divine feminine rising from the ashes. The divine feminine basically loving herself and taking care of herself. And so it's about working with what's around you instead of really needing things, in another person. We create our own abundant garden. We become stronger through the things that we've experienced. And that's just what I'm getting here, is that some of you may realize that, especially if you've been wanting to seek revenge on someone or make someone pay, that, etc., you realize that the best revenge is actually being happy. And I just feel like there's a message swimming around here like that. Your best revenge, and it's not like we're trying to get revenge, but it's just a figure of speech, I guess. It's just a way of saying it, is being happy. It's not going to be fighting. It's not going to be trying to get to this person. It's not going to be trying to make this person pay. We don't have peace when we're in that energy. And I just feel like that's the message here this week. Okay. And I'm also getting here that if some of you guys have taken what this person did, if there is a problem here like this with deception or acting a certain way towards you, this actually wasn't about your worth or value at all. So if you're taking it that way, I'm really being guided to tell you to stop, because this person's actions really aren't about you. It is about themselves. So if we do not feel whole, like we don't feel like our garden is abundant, we're constantly going to be searching for things outside of ourselves to fill us up and to make us feel better, just to eventually realize that doesn't work. And so the ultimate goal here is to become the Empress, which is being whole within, nurturing the self, loving thyself, etc. It's a very beautiful message, okay? So let's go ahead and get one last card here. It hurts me to see you walk away because I didn't give you the attention and closure you deserved. Okay, so like I told you guys over on my social media, I did the reading, and over there the outcome was this person didn't realize that you actually had enough worth and value within yourself, or were strong enough to basically walk away and survive them. Some of you guys may have survived them. You've gotten better. You've improved your life. You have risen from those ashes. And it might be that this person now is working back and realizing that they've lost you. Okay, that might be the karma for them, is that they've lost you in this process. So just take that if it resonates. Yeah, we have Two of Hell, which is the Two of Wands, exploring options. I do feel like somebody in the past wanted to explore options, and so they may have hurt you because of needing to kind of figure something out, what was going to make them happy, what was going to make them whole. But I feel like in the end, all it really did was create loss and sadness and confusion and hurt here. So I feel like both of you, with the overall energy that's coming through this week, is that they're starting to kind of come to terms with they didn't get happier when they may have stepped outside of the connection, or if they weren't ready for this connection, it might just be like they're having some sort of regret now because of this. And some of you guys, rather than being hurt by this any longer and continuously bleeding and kind of like traumatizing that wound, you're learning to tend to your wound and take care of that wound and to nurture yourself and love yourself more than you ever have before. So that's fantastic. So when we do this, the pain of everything starts to fade away. When we can take our attention and put it back on ourselves, that doesn't mean you're never going to think about this person or feel their energy. It just means that the majority of your focus, rather than being on them and what's going to happen with them, it can be more about what you're going to do for you and how you're going to tend to your own garden, right? And obviously, if this person rises up to that level, then there might be a match between the two of you and you guys can create an abundant garden together. Okay, so that seems to be the overall energy between you and your person this week. So why don't we take a look at their specific thoughts about you? This right here is called the Spiritual Gifts Oracle. All right, what does this person think about you and how do they see you this week? What is this energy? We have healing hands. Beautiful. So this says here, you are able to use universal energy with your hands to help people alleviate spiritual, physical, or mental suffering and clear energetic blockages. Your person might see you as somebody who's very healing. I mean, some of you might be a spiritual healer, or just that you may like be a massage therapist, or you're somebody that is just soothing to this person. They feel like when they're in your presence that they feel that very healing vibration with you. Okay, so this is the Connections of the Modern World Tarot that I created with my daughter here. Let's see what we come through with this person's thoughts towards you. Ooh, we have the High Priestess. It might be that this person right now, the High Priestess is connected to the moon energy, so it is feminine energy here. But it says intuitive, higher knowing, higher power, and perception. What I'm seeing here is the way that they perceive you, you guys, is that you're very healing, but you might also be very untouchable to this person right now. It might be that you have stepped away from them or they have lost you. And so because of this, they're kind of in this mystery mode with you. It's very mysterious, like how you might feel towards them now, what will happen next. It might even be that they're trying to figure out why they feel this magical, just deep connection with you. They're just like trying to figure it out is what I'm seeing. So that makes them go deeper within themselves for this understanding, why they feel this specific way with you. So let's see what they're feeling here this week. Ooh, but the thing is, you're no weak person, because I feel like it's funny. I feel like there are some people, if you guys do follow me over on social media, which is Instagram and TikTok, that you guys watched that reading this morning. It was like, what does Jaws want you to know? And it's just kind of a funny reading, but it really was about that person that hurt you. Could be connected here. You came through as the Queen of Swords over there. So even though you're coming through as this beautiful, soft, divine, feminine, maybe Queen of Cups, High Priestess energy, you're a warrior, you're strong, you're not going to tolerate this person's crap. And so in their heart, they know they can't mess with you anymore. If they know you're strong. So in order to be with you, they're going to have to level up and be strong. So this says you have a warrior spirit. You're not afraid to face conflict and challenges, while at the same time you remain committed to a path of goodwill and fairness. So it doesn't mean that you're like this dark queen, that you're not going to be forgiving, but you're also going to be fair, which is the Queen of Swords, Libra's energy. You're going to be fair, but you're also not going to deal with crap either. So if they've hurt you before, this person does know that they will have to level up with you and do some sort of work in order to be with you or to work things through with you. So they know this in their heart this week, you guys. And I feel like they respect it too. They really respect this energy. They're not upset about it. They see that as very valuable. So maybe you were not the warrior before when you guys were together, but you have become the warrior. So now, yeah. 10 of Pentacles, that suitcase full of cash, that is value. That is very, very valuable. So some of us have to just learn the hard way. And what didn't kill us made us stronger. I know people get triggered by that statement, but it's true. So you may have at one time just really wanted to die over this person, just laid yourself out like a lamb, just waiting to get slaughtered for this person. And that didn't really work out because you gave yourself up. You gave all of your power over to them. And that's not really attractive to anyone, really. And I've done it myself before because I've really, truly felt deeply for someone. And so I just wanted to do everything that I could to please them. I wanted to just give everything to them because I was like, gosh, when you love someone, that's what you do. But the thing is, it was at the detriment of my own well-being. So it became very toxic for me. And when people are acting in a toxic way, it is repelling. It doesn't matter how attractive you are. It doesn't matter what you're doing. People don't feel your value because you don't value yourself enough to put up healthy boundaries or even say no. So it becomes very unattractive. So that could be something that you've had to learn along the way with this person, is how to value yourself and love yourself. But what I'm getting, you guys, is that this person sees you now as this very valuable queen. So this is amazing what's happened here. It's great. Let's take a look at that 3D reality, how they're seeing you in the environment here, in the world. Ooh, okay. What I'm seeing here, you guys, is that you may have detached from this person. That might be why they're in the High Priestess energy. It might be that they're just like, okay, you've cut yourself away from me. You've detached from me. You've walked away from me. You've cut off your energy supply from me. Wow, like I'm really feeling that. It says you're a deep thinker with a high level of emotional intelligence and awareness. Your vibration creates a ripple effect, which makes others more aware of their own emotions. So what I'm seeing here, you guys, is that you've done something in the physical world, such as detach yourself from this person. Or maybe it's that they've detached themselves from you, but check it out. Your vibration is creating a ripple effect in their world. So you're very powerful when it comes to this person. You affect them greatly without maybe even knowing it. And that might be why they're in this mystery mode of trying to figure out why they still feel so affected by you, right? And we have the 9 of Wands. So the 9 of Wands, this says exhausted, self-improvement, and pressure. So the 9 of Wands, of course, is one of those cards where it's like, we are the wounded warrior. We've been going through a lot of crap. And I feel like your person has gone through a lot of stuff in their life for sure. And they've been like taking some hits, but what it's done is it's helped them to self-improve. It's also helped them to kind of get exhausted from, trying to be a certain way and not really getting anywhere. And it's basically putting pressure on them to change. So I feel like you actually, because of your actions, have put pressure on this person to change for the better. And it's like they know it. So you inspire this person to be a better person. That's how the effect that you guys have on them right now. That's amazing. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at that soul energy, which is their deep inner knowingness when it comes to you in this connection. Wow. They dream about you. And it says daydreamer, so it's not just at night. You can use your imagination and creativity to create a wide array of routes to success and build your dreams to live an abundant life. This person could be a creative individual. So on some sort of soul level, they express themselves through art or poetry or songs or something like that, based on your memory, based on your experience with them. So you could be like a creative muse for this person, actually. You move their soul, you stir their soul. That's really beautiful. So there's that energy. But I feel like they dream about you, not only at night, but also during the day. Your souls collide. Your souls are connecting in some other realm. And they're just like randomly thinking about you. And you just like kind of come in, telepathic thoughts. And they kind of fantasize of what could be. So there's definitely this very dreamy vibe that has this person's attention when it comes to you. Ooh, we have the Hermit, especially when they're spending time alone. Deep down, this is Virgo's energy, by the way, but deep down when they're spending some time alone and they really retrieve and go deep within, maybe some of them are on like a spiritual journey, they dream about what this connection means, what it could be, what could have been, etc. So they are definitely going in to do some deep inner work. And that inner work, it's pretty, like it's a time to self-reflect. It's a time to really go within and really pull back from just everything else, all the distractions of the world, and really touch base with their feelings, because that's that dreamy energy. It's very Pisces to me. Moon, Page of Cups, very artistic, very creative, very dreamy, right? This is their soul connection to you. And it might be that you dream about them too. So it's like your souls are communicating back and forth in this very spiritual way. And that's how they're connecting with your energy. Wow. So now we're going to shift gears and see, what are they so afraid of at this time when it comes to you? I mean, we know that something's happened here. So this particular deck is actually fan made, so it's not for sale, but I wanted to use it anyways. All right, what do we need to know about this person's, what are they so afraid of at this moment? Oh my gosh, you guys. Oh, we have Twilight. I love it. Like, we're doing this whole vampire theme, and out of all of these cards, I forget how many are in this deck, but Twilight, yes. Edward and Bella. It's like this, beautiful story of these two people. I mean, we know in New Moon, like, he literally pulls away from her because he feels like that's what he has to do, but he does not want to do it. But he has to do it because he feels like that's the best thing for her. So I almost feel like this person, this may be a part of your story, you guys. It might be a part of your story that this individual felt like maybe they weren't good for you. I'm just not good for you. Remember, he says that in New Moon. I'm just not good for you. You don't belong in my world. And she's like, I'm not good enough for you. She totally misunderstands what he's saying. And I feel like there has been some misconception with why this person did what they did. And it doesn't make it okay. But what was going on with them was different than what you were perceiving from this person. So that is the energy here. So let's go into my Mystics Midnight Oracle and see what else they are so afraid of. So this person is afraid to love you, you guys. This person is afraid to have this deep soul connection with you. They're afraid of it. We have Greedy Goblin. Wow, mischievous, evil, and malicious. I really feel like somebody did something, and I got to say, I think it's this person. They did something in the past that you might look at them and think, oh my gosh, they did this on purpose. They're so malicious. They hurt me in this horrible way. And maybe some of them did, but I want to give you guys this reminder here because I think it's important. They're not purposely trying to hurt you. So it could be that this person just maybe early on at some point in their life has been afraid of true love and intimacy. Maybe they don't know how to be loyal. Maybe they don't know who they are. So this is going to create a lot of problems for this person in their life. And so when you came in, it was like there's this beautiful connection here. But instead, maybe they got too greedy as well. Maybe when they were with you, they felt so good. It's almost like you supercharged them. And they kind of maybe were a little bit more full of themselves than they should have. And maybe they opened themselves up to other things in addition to your connection and got freaking greedy. And it got the best of them. And they ended up losing you in the end. So because of their greedy, mischievous, malicious, evil ways, however we want to look at it, they ended up losing you, and that's the price that this person had to pay. So what are they afraid of at this moment? Maybe they are afraid of this love, and they are also afraid that you will never trust them again. Loyalty, because they didn't give you their loyalty before, and if they ever wanted to give you their loyalty again, will you ever trust them? All right, so this is the Forever Autumn deck by the Spiritual Sagittarius. Let's see what else we need to know. We have air energy. They're afraid to communicate with you, you guys. They're afraid to make a move towards you. To me, this is like Knight of Swords energy, which is like making a deliberate move to communicate and send you a message. So they use their intellect when it comes to this connection. If they get carried away in their daydreams or they go with how their heart is feeling, that's very scary because what if it doesn't work out? If they were to contact you and try to make a move towards you or to do something to fix this, it's like their brain is telling them, their intellect, their rational brain is telling them that you might tell them, no way, I can't ever trust you again. And that scares this person, okay? What else are they so afraid of at this moment? Okie dokie. First of all, they're afraid of the fantasy. What they fantasize about you guys, they're afraid that that's not going to match up with reality, for sure. It's easier for them to mask how they really truly feel about you than to actually admit it. So this person is wearing a mask. It's safer for them to wear a mask is what I'm getting. And we have camera. Wow. So they, first of all, they don't want to repeat history. They don't want you to see them as you did once before. Like you're not going to be able to forget the past. But what I'm seeing too is that this person longs to recreate this connection in a different way. They have a lot of feelings still. They have a lot of nostalgia. They might look at your guys' pictures and just really, they get caught up in what could have been. So there's a lot of regret I feel that this person has. And maybe they're afraid maybe they're just afraid it's too late. Okay, so this right here is the Tarot of Vampires. Okay, so we have the Prince of Scepters. So I believe the scepters in this are the swords. No, it's not. It's the wands. Sorry, I just want to make sure. Yeah, it's the wands. And the prince is the king. King of Wands. Okay. So the King of Wands is very powerful. It's connected to the sign of Leo. I feel like their confidence right now is not strong. They don't have a lot of confidence. They want to have a lot of confidence. And I feel like that's who this person used to be. When the two of you were together before, they were the King of Wands, or at least that's the mask that they were wearing. They were putting it out there that they were better than they really were. So it just could have been somebody that was playing a role. They didn't really feel that way, but you bought it. And like I keep referring to the social media message earlier today, it's like this person doesn't feel as good as they did before. In a way, the tables have turned. You're actually the empress, the queen, and they're kind of like the little child now. The roles have reversed. You're feeling good. You're feeling quite better than they are. And that worries them because maybe they're used to having a leg up on every situation. Maybe they're used to being the one that's in charge. And I feel like they don't have that advantage this time. And that does scare this person. So this person could be battling with their ego right now. We have the Chariot. They are afraid of coming towards you and making a move towards you, but they do feel destined to do it at the same time. They feel drawn to this. This is connected to the sign of Cancer. But they feel some sort of like pull towards you. But at the same time, they're afraid that they're fooling themselves, or they're afraid it's just a fantasy. And we have the Nine of Knives. Oh my gosh. The Nine of Knives, you guys, is the Nine of Swords. And the Nine of Swords is about anxiety and fear. So, oh yeah, this person has also been up late at night thinking about this connection, being nostalgic on this connection, thinking about the past, thinking about or worrying about how you feel towards them. Would you reject them if they did make a move? So I feel like this person is haunted, actually. And that's their greatest fear. Their greatest fear is that they're wrong, or their greatest fear is that they can't fix it. But either way, they feel like their soul is being drawn to you. And so I just don't know how much longer this person's going to be able to fight this. It's like, I can't fight this feeling any longer. You know, it sounds cheesy, but that's what I'm seeing. So anyways, you guys, if you would like to dive deeper into this reading, you can go ahead and join me on the bonus extended version, which I will put down below. But we're going to go over what is the hidden meaning of your love story. Okay, so kind of like, what is the purpose? So what is the hidden meaning behind your love story? What do they secretly desire with you? Or what are those late night thoughts? What do they think about when they're laying in bed at night? Also some confessions from their heart directly to yours, as well as some letters and timing of particular events and just specific things that might pertain to your exact connection. So anyways, you guys, thank you so much for choosing to watch this reading, and I hope to see you guys over there. All right, thanks. Take care. Bye-bye.